have a dream. One day, this nation will rise up, live out.
Dr. Martin Luther King was born in Atlanta, Georgia in 1929. At the time, in that part of the country, segregation or separation of races in places like schools, buses, and restaurants was the law. He experienced racial prejudice from the time he was very young, which inspired him to dedicate his life to achieving equality and justice for Americans of all colors. King believed that peaceful refusal to obey unjust laws was the best way to bring out social change. In 1954, King became pastor of the Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama, and in 1955, an African-American woman named Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a Montgomery bus to a white man. She was arrested for breaking the segregation law. To protect her arrest, King encouraged African Americans not to ride city buses. This was called the Montgomery Bus boycott. The boycott was successful, and in 1956, the U.S. Supreme Court banned racial segregation on public transportation. In August 1963, King and other civil rights leaders brought together about 250,000 people from a huge protest called the March on Washington. There, King delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech. On October 14, 1964, King was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his work towards social justice. In 1965, King led a march in Selma, Alabama, in support of the African American voting rights. Soon, the Voting Rights Act of 1965 was passed. On April 4, 1968, King was assassinated. It was one day after he delivered his final speech, I've Been to the Mountaintop. In his honor, the United States initiated a National Martin Luther King Day that is celebrated on January 17th. The city of El Centro shares the values and equality among all human beings. In May 2010, as a tribute to his tireless work for equality and peace, the city approved renaming the Adams Park to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr Sports Pavilion. Completed in 2014 with an investment of $6.6 million, the state-of-the-art indoor sports facility provides year-round basketball, soccer, dodgeball, badminton, and other sports activities to all community members.
I have a dream.